story of the second arrow. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. The parable of the second arrow is a powerful and popular Buddhist teaching, often attributed to the Buddha himself in the Sallatha Sutta, the Discourse on the Arrow. It offers a profound insight into the nature of human suffering and how to deal with it more skillfully. The parable. The Buddha once asked a student, if a person is struck by an arrow, is it painful? The student replies, yes, of course, it is painful. The Buddha then asks, if they are struck immediately after by a second arrow, is that even more painful? The student answers, yes, 2 arrows are much more painful than 1. The Buddha then uses this image to explain the nature of suffering, the meaning and explanation. The story distinguishes between 2 kinds of pain that we experience in life. The first arrow, inevitable pain. The event, what it represents. This is the natural, unavoidable physical or emotional pain that comes from simply living in the world. It is the initial, real-life misfortune, loss, illness, disappointment, or criticism. Examples: the pain of a physical injury, the grief over losing a loved one, being rejected for a job, receiving a harsh word from a colleague, or a sudden financial loss. Key takeaway: the first arrow is unavoidable. It is a natural part of the human condition and is outside of our ultimate control. The second arrow, optional suffering, the reaction, what it represents. This is the subsequent mental and emotional suffering we inflict upon ourselves by reacting to the first arrow with judgment, blame, resistance, rumination, or self-criticism. Examples: the first arrow, losing a job. The second arrow, thoughts like I'm a failure. This is unfair. I'll never get another job. I knew I wasn't good enough. Or spending hours angrily replaying the event. Key takeaway: the second arrow is optional. While we cannot stop the first arrow from hitting us, we have a choice about whether we shoot the second, self-inflicted arrow. The wisdom of the teaching lies in the realization that a significant portion of our suffering is not caused by the initial painful event, the first arrow, but by our mental resistance and negative reaction to it, the second arrow. How to avoid the second arrow. The practice of avoiding the second arrow is central to Buddhist mindfulness and involves cultivating mindfulness and self-compassion. Acknowledge the first arrow. Practice being present with the initial pain or discomfort as just a feeling, without immediately layering on a narrative or judgment. Allow yourself to feel the natural grief, sadness, or physical pain. Observe the second arrow. Become aware of your mind's tendency to react, judge, or catastrophize. Notice when you start to say, "This shouldn't be happening," or "I'm so stupid for letting this happen." That's the second arrow. Choose your response. Once you recognize the second arrow, you can choose to put it down. Instead of feeding the mental story, you can respond with kindness and acceptance to the pain of the first arrow. This transforms resistance into a skillful response. The ultimate aim is to feel the pain of the first arrow without adding the suffering of the second.